Our story kicks off with our main guy, Masachika, having a full-blown existential crisis. Picture this. He's pacing around his room, muttering to himself like a mad scientist who's lost his favorite beaker. Why, you ask? Well, our boy's freaking out about some cheesy lines he spouted to Alya earlier. You know those moments when you say something in the heat of the moment and then want to crawl into a hole and disappear? Yeah, that's Masachika right now. He's replaying the scene in his head, cringing at his own words. "I'll be there for you," he mutters, rolling his eyes at himself. But here's where it gets interesting. He suddenly realizes that Alya said, "I love you." Cue the internal panic. Our boy's brain goes into overdrive, wondering if Alya's been seriously flirting with him in Russian all this time. Talk about a delayed reaction. But, true to form, Masachika's insecurity kicks in hard. He convinces himself that Alya must have gotten caught up in the moment, just like he did. In his mind, she's probably cringing just as hard as he is. Oh, Masachika, if only you knew. Just when you think things can't get any more awkward, enter Yuki, Masachika's sister. And boy, does she make an entrance. Masachika comes home to find Yuki in a, let's say, state of undress. But wait, it gets weirder. She planned the whole thing. Yuki, in all her otaku wisdom, decided that they needed to clear the walking in on her changing cutscene. 'Cause apparently, that's a thing that all siblings must go through. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that's not in any sibling handbook I've ever read. The conversation that follows is pure comedy gold. Yuki's all excited about creating a fan service shot, while Masachika's trying to maintain his sanity and some semblance of propriety. It's like watching a sitcom and an anime trope factory collide at full speed. But amidst all the chaos, we get a glimpse of the genuine sibling bond between them. Yuki, in her own bizarre way, is trying to make up for tricking Masachika earlier. And Masachika, despite his exasperation, handles the situation with a mix of brotherly concern and deadpan humor. He even drops some wisdom about how sneak peeks are where it's at instead of full-on show-offs. Who knew Masachika had it in him to be smooth? Now, hold on to your seats because Masachika drops a bombshell. He's joined the student council. But wait, there's more. He's not just joining, he's pushing for Alya to be the president. Talk about a power move. Yuki's reaction is priceless. She goes full drama queen, claiming Alya has cucked her and stolen her beloved brother. It's hilarious and slightly concerning how invested Yuki is in her brother's love life. But hey, that's anime for you. This reveal sets the stage for the rest of the episode. Not just about Masachika and Alya's budding romance anymore. Now we've got school politics in the mix. It's like Romeo and Juliet meets House of Cards. But with more blushing and fewer soliloquy. The next day at school is a masterclass in awkward interactions and misunderstandings. Masachika, bless his heart, is trying so hard to be cool and collected. He's actually staying awake in class, which is apparently such a rare occurrence that it sets off alarm bells for Alya. Alya, being the observant and caring person she is when she's not busy hiding her feelings in Russian, notices something's off with Masachika. She's all concerned, thinking he might be sick or hurt. Little does she know, he's just trying his darndest to impress her. It's adorable in a dorky, trying too hard kind of way. We get some prime comedy during gym class. Picture this. Masachika, in all his athletic glory, or lack thereof, gets smacked in the face with a ball. Ouch. But instead of going to the nurse like a normal person, what does our genius protagonist do? He decides to cool off by dumping water on his head, because that's totally a normal reaction, right? Alya catches him in the act, and the misunderstanding that follows is comedy gold.
Hey there, fellow. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to ask you what you think of this video so far. If you're liking it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's the perfect time to do it. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all my latest videos and updates, and you'll get to see even more awesome content. So what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
She thinks he's just cooling off from the heat, while he's busy trying not to combust from embarrassment. It's like watching two people trying to have a conversation in different languages while blindfolded. Hilarious for us, mortifying for them. But it's not all slapstick and misunderstandings. We get some genuinely sweet moments between Masachika and Alya. There's a scene where Alya helps Masachika dry off, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. It's those little moments of care and concern that really show how much these two are growing to care for each other, even if they're both too stubborn to admit it. We also see Alya being genuinely worried about Masachika's well-being. She's being super nice to him, which throws our boy for a loop. He's so used to their bickering that he doesn't know how to handle kindness from Alya. It's equal parts sweet and sad, showing us just how much growing these two still have to do. While Masachika and Alya are the stars of the show, the supporting cast really gets a chance to shine in this episode. We've got Masha, who walks in on one of Masachika and Alya's awkward moments and handles it with the grace of a seasoned rom-com side character. Her presence adds a nice dynamic to the Masachika-Alya interaction, giving us a glimpse of how others see their relationship. Then there's Toya and Chisaki, who provide some much-needed comic relief in the student council scene. Their banter and interactions give us a break from the main couple's will they won't they dance and show us that there's more to this show than just Masachika and Alya's romance. The episode culminates in a student council meeting that's equal parts tense and hilarious. Masachika introduces himself as the new member handling general affairs, which is already a big step for our usually lazy protagonist. But then he drops the real bombshell. He announces that he and Alya will be running mates in the next presidential election. You can practically hear the record scratch as everyone processes this information. Alya's reaction isn't shown, but you can bet she's going through a whole roller coaster of emotions. Is she flattered? Annoyed? Excited? Terrified? Probably all of the above. Alya, on the other hand, is battling with her own feelings. She's clearly concerned about Masachika and wants to be there for him, but she's also frustrated by his actions and her own inability to express herself clearly. It's a relatable struggle that adds depth to her character. As we wrap up this episode, we're left with so many questions. How will Alya react to Masachika's announcement about running for student council president? Will their new roles bring them closer together or drive them apart? And what about the other characters? How will they fit into this new dynamic?